morning. This is where I stayed last night. It is a rather large, 3-story, I believe, 3, maybe 4 unit house. And we stayed on one part of it, which is kind of the quasi albergue. And then there's another couple sections. And the owner lives in part of it, but they rent the rest of the building out for vacationers and for pilgrims. Slept really well last night. A couple little things which I guess they'll work that out in the end is A, more toilet paper, B is to make sure that there is more hand soap in all the bathrooms. But besides that, I can't knock having my own, almost my own room for 15 euros. And I'm back now on the Camino. Not that much to report, but I came around the corner here and I was overwhelmed by the smell of onions. So there's an onion field right here. One day is. So it's an onion field right here as I try to keep recording it. But literally I walked around the corner and there was this smell, boom, of onions. And so it's onions and leeks, I believe. I think it's leeks. But a bunch of, it looks like Pakistanis almost, harvesting it because of the headgear. But another slice of the Camino. So I just came around the corner here and there's this large estate wall, which is really interesting because it's huge. But I just want to show this to you right here. So what this says, after putting it in the translator, is this is a public distribution of water, which means it's safe to drink. So it's very important when you're here in Portugal. There's plenty of fountains around, but if there's no sign saying you can drink from it, or it doesn't look obviously like a municipal water source, you're taking your life in your own hands, because a lot of these older fountains, all they really are is just something they tapped into the hillside. So you're getting the fresh spring water from the hillside, but then who knows what else is inside of it. So now it's time for me to get back on the Camino after I've had a couple of drinks. So I've started going up this little hill here. I have to go down to the stream level, then I have to go up something like this further down. But I just want to show you this. I'm very happy to come this way because up to this point, it's been basically village after village after village, house, derelict land, farmed land, etc. But this is a really nice surprise until you get to this. So you see the little white piece of paper there? This is the female toilet right here. So when the women come down the Camino and they have to go to the bathroom, they just go back there, they tinkle, and then they think the magical teepee fairies come out at night and pick up after them. So this is what you have to put up with on the Camino. It's like this everywhere. Very inconsiderate pilgrims who just don't think. They just do things. I guess it's a European way. So I have to traverse some more of this, and then I have to go down across this little stream, if you can hear it. And then after that, climb up over out of this thing, and then head on to my next destination. So here I am, about ready to cross this little stream here. But I want to show you the mill race right here. So this used to be a mill race that came through here. And I'm assuming there was some sort of wheel right here, because you see, as I go over across this bridge, carefully holding onto the GoPro very strongly. Safety feature, what safety features? We don't need no stinking safety features. No, but you can see where they've dammed up the river here a little bit, or the stream, to redirect some of that flow past that that trough where the mill race, or where the water wheel used to be. And as I come through here, so you can see this. I have no idea how warm or cold this is. It's probably pretty cool. And finish walking across the bridge here. And by the way, anytime you see blue, that's the direction of Fatima. And now John has to ascend up this hill for the next, I don't know, half hour or so. And that's probably the highest point of the Camino at this point. I've been climbing up the hill here from the stream, steady, steady, steady through a little town, and then we climbed up more of a hill until I got here, which obviously this is a very large church dedicated to St. James the Apostle, St. James, Santiago de Compostela cemetery up here, and these are the three children of Fatima right here, and I'm not sure if that's a drinking fountain I can drink from, but it was quite a trek up here, and I was a little bit peeved because according to the GPS tracking, it comes up here, that goes back down, and the Camino kind of goes this way. But I see arrows headed that way, which means that they've redirected the Camino versus the GPS track, which means hopefully it's easier. As you well know, I don't like bridges, at least this one's not that high, as you can tell. And this is the next city I'm going into. And this typically ends this stage of this part of the Camino. This is the ending point of this stage. But I'm pushing on to the next town because I want a long day today and a short day tomorrow instead of the other way around. So, there you go. And the church up there on the hill, I'm not sure what it is, but I have to get off the GoPro now because I'm going to run into these people in front of me and there's nothing else I could do. Well, here we are. My cafe is down there, but I walked down along the river, the estuary here, past the industrial shipyards. That's the ocean once again. So John is feeling very tired. I mean, not exhausted, but just I need to get my boots off and relax. But the cafe is right there, but this is beautiful. I mean, this is looks like a relatively new park laid out. All the kids are having fun in the playground. I know my nephew and niece would probably go ape on these wonderful things, but oh, I'm so glad. I'll be there in less than a couple of minutes. Here on the coast, I came around the headland and I've been walking for about an hour, thereabouts, half hour, 45 minutes, but I want to show you these things right. There's one right there, there's one right here, and there's one up there, and these are actually windmills that used to grind grain. So I'm feeling pretty good after my lunch break, and I can't wait to get into the town I'm going to stay in tonight. And I'm very happy that there's this nice walking path for me the whole way, and it sure beats cobblestones and going up hills and down hills, which I would have done if I took the normal Camino, which is somewhere over there along the forest line. Well, more Camino to walk. So I'm turning to go back inland now, done with the beach here. It's been very, very enjoyable the last part of my day. This is why I wanted to do the coastal route, is to be along the beach, not being there on the edge of the hillside through all that. Okay, this is a good example. See this? From there all the way there, non-stop development. House, 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 destroyed house, broken down house, new house, compared to this very pleasant walk. So back into all that.